Broadcasting from WRAM Studios at Portage Middle School in Fort Wayne, Indiana. As a part of Fort Wayne Community Schools, this is the Reliable RAM Review. Brought to you by the TV broadcasting program WRAM and featuring the most relevant, up-to-date, and important information at Portage Middle School. This is your Reliable RAM Review.
Hello, this is Mr. Tom Bailey, TV radio broadcast teacher here at Portage Middle School. You might have noticed that the Reliable RAM Review has kind of been on hiatus lately, and that is because the month of January we spent doing an awful lot of broadcasts for both our boys and girls basketball teams, which has been very fruitful and important for our program. Our viewership is up, the number of subscribers is up, and those types of things have been very important. And my crew has learned an awful lot about how to do the recordings and the editing and the live stream and that. But with that said, we spent a lot of the month of February then getting new equipment, which takes time to unbox and to get used to and to configure. And then the other part of it is the students in this class have spent an awful lot of time actually researching prominent figures in Black history. So that is the main theme of today's show for the Reliable RAM Review. Each of the students in our class are going to be presenting an important person in Black History Month. We also have a teacher feature that we're going to show that we had recorded before but hadn't included thus far. And of course, for Black History Month, we had a celebration on the 28th, yesterday, in which special guest Mr. Adrian Curry came out with his organization and students learned how to do STEP, which was a really cool presentation. So that will also be featured in today's episode. So please enjoy and, want to say thank you to all of my students for doing an awful lot of good work in researching and working for this program and also going in depth and learning about Black History Month. Thank you.
My name is Aylee Lindsay, and I will teach you about Alice Cochran and her achievements. Alice Cochran was the first female African-American to win an Olympic gold medal. Alice Cochran was born November 9, 1923, and was the middle of 10 children. During her childhood, Alice liked to run and jump, but her parents didn't like that and would punish her for running and doing sports. When Alice found out about track and field, it sparked an interest in her, and Alice made her own high jump bar and would run and jump in alleys to train. Alice started track and field in high school and set many records. She then went on to college and universities and did track and field events to set more records and win championships many times in a row. Alice couldn't compete in 1940 and 1944 Olympics because of the war, but in 1948 she became the first African-American woman to win an Olympic gold medal. Alice Cochran is important for Black History Month because Alice, being the first African-American woman to win an Olympic gold medal, set the stage for many other female African-American track stars. I am Aylee Lindsay reporting for Reliable RAM Review for our special on Black History Month. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Caden Nimmons, reporting for the Reliable RAM Review. For my Black History Month report, I'm going to talk about Ruby Bridges. Ruby Bridges was born on September 8, 1954, in rural Tylertown, Mississippi. She first rhymes at William Frantz Elementary School, an all-white school located in New Orleans, Louisiana, on November 14, 1960. Her presence was so controversial that 4 U.S. Marshals had to escort her to school every day for an entire year. White parents would take their children out of school where Ruby was going. She had support from her mom from the beginning, while her dad wondered about her safety. Ruby Bridges was the first African American to go to an all-white school, which in turn started a chain of events that made it so African Americans could go to school with white people. People should learn about her because she's the reason we all know each other as friends in school. Things ended well for her because she grew up to be a teacher, teaching racial tolerance to students, and she's a mother of 4. She made all this happen with our school systems, and we should all appreciate her efforts. Today, I discussed Ruby Bridges. My name is Caden Nimmons, and this was my Reliable Ram Review Black History Month feature.
Hi, this is Ayana Vizi, and for our Black History Month project on the Reliable Ram Review, I chose Henrietta Lacks. Lacks is indeed an essential part of our past, present, and future. Henrietta Lacks was a 30-year-old woman diagnosed with cervical cancer 8 months before her passing. Lacks had 5 children who are what led to a story hardly anyone had any idea about nor would even believe. Lacks' cells were taken from her without her consent. She had to endure long-term pain during and after these events. It wasn't until more questions started to be asked about this racial injustice then it was uncovered about the Johns Hopkins University Hospital. Though they still denied these allegations, they have made tons of profit off her cells because of their effect on the medical industry. Lax cells live longer than anyone imagined, naming them immortal. They have been a vital part of the pharmaceutical and medical industry. Vaccines like polio and COVID-19 were a success due to her cells. Any pills that are higher or stronger dosage than aspirin are possible because of her cells. Even though her immortal life is very relevant to our everyday lives, not only are many left out of this knowledge, but for 25 years after her death, neither was her family. Lack's family has so far not received a dime of profit that hundreds of companies are making around the globe from these cells. Racial injustices like this happen every day, not just in our history. That's why I chose Henrietta Lacks for my Black American hero. This was Ayana Vizi for the Black History Month feature on the Reliable Ram Review.
Hi, I'm Jaime Perez, and today I will be talking about Muhammad Ali. He was an African American born in 1942 in Cassius Clay. Muhammad Ali is important for Black History Month because he became the heavyweight boxing champion in 1960. He converted to Islam after his immature career. Ali was the best boxer in history. Some would agree he still is. He won the Olympic and world champion belt, but this victory was short after lived when the federal court prosecuted him for refusing to serve in the Vietnam War. When his case was passing through the court, Muhammad Ali had lost 3 years of practice. He ended up with 5 years in jail and a fine of $10,000. Muhammad Ali was let out of jail on June 28, 1976. It wasn't until October of the same year when Muhammad Ali was able to box again. This courage is why I use Muhammad Ali as my Black American hero. My name is Jaime Perez, and today I talked about Muhammad Ali for our Reliable Ram Review feature.
I am Leora Vizi. Today I am here talking about Ethel Waters. Ethel Waters was born October 31st, 1896. She didn't have the easiest childhood. She discovered her love for God at 9 when her grandmother enrolled her to a multi-race Catholic school. Her love for God lasted throughout her life. She first married at 13 to a man named Merritt Pernsley, who was 10 years her senior. They divorced less than a year later. 7 years after, Waters sang for a local nightclub in Philadelphia. It was the start of her love singing career. Ethel got inspiration from African-American singers before her. She started singing gigs with Maggie and Joe Hill, becoming a trio. They were nicknamed the Hill Sisters and Sweet Mama String Bean. After a year-long tour singing around the North and South, the trio disbanded and Waters started singing on Broadway. She was the first black woman to have a leading role on Broadway, being a Hagar in Mama's Daughters, receiving 17 curtain calls. Ethel was offered the leading role of Bernice Sadie Brown in Carson McCullers' play, but at first declined. The character wasn't a believer of God, and she felt as if it was unauthentic for her to play the role. Eventually, the director told her she could take her own spin on the character, which satisfied Ethel. Her last live performance was at Billy Graham's San Diego Crusade in August 1976. Later that month, she was diagnosed with cancer. In the last years of her life, Waters suffered from heart disease, diabetes, disorienting eyesight, and hypertension. Ethel Waters died September 1st, 1977. Ethel Waters is an important part of Black history because she completely changed up the entertainment business. She broke through racial barriers as the first modern pop singer, making it easier for those after her. I am Leora Vizi, and that was my take on the important life of Ethel Waters for your reliable random review.
Hi, my name is Liberty Sanders, and I'm going to be talking about Bessie Coleman. Bessie Coleman was the first African-American woman to earn her coveted international pilot's license. While in the process of getting her license, she studied for one term at a university, but had to go home because of lack of money. At the age of 23, she moved to Chicago with her brothers. While she was there, she heard stories of World War I soldiers and pilots as they returned to Europe. She gave up trying to enter flight schools in the U.S. because of both her race and her gender. Instead, she began her studies in French. She learned French enough that she knew the principles of flight and the technical aeronautics terms of the language. She then went to France to learn to fly. Bessie completed a 10-month course in just 7 months to receive her pilot's license. She returned to the U.S. to fly, and she wanted to start a flight school for African Americans. Bessie Coleman is an important person to Black History Month because she is a good role model and never gave up. Bessie continued trying even through difficult times. Today I talked about Bessie Coleman, and I am Liberty Sanders.
Hi, I am Nevi Romero, and today I am going to be talking about Ethel Waters, an African-American blues singer, Broadway star, and actress. Ethel Waters was born October 31st, 1896. Waters came from a musical family. Her father played the piano, and her mother, as well as other relatives, sang. The singing career of Ethel Waters started at the ripe age of 5, when she sang for her Philadelphia church choir. Waters grew up very fast. Quote, "I was never a child. I never felt coddled or liked, or understood by my family. I never felt I belonged. I was always an outsider. Nobody brought me up," end quote. Ethel would often steal bread so that she wouldn't starve. However, once she was 13, she was forced to marry her first husband, Merritt Pernsley. This marriage didn't last very long, as less than a year later the pair divorced. The musical career of Ethel Waters first sparked in 1917 when she was invited to perform a show in Baltimore. After that show, Waters became loved by many for her voice, however also due to the way Waters expressed a song's emotions. She was loved so much that in the year 1921, she would go on to publish her first ever recording with the Cardinal Company. Following the recording came her first Broadway appearance in the act Africana. Her Broadway career continued when 18 years later she became the first African American to be lead of a Broadway act. Waters was so impressive. Not only was she the first African American female to be casted as lead, she was also first to be heard on radio and seen in the television shows. Ethel Waters' acting career continued throughout the years of 1929 and 1959, where she had starred in 9 different films, one film leaving Waters with an Academy Award. Ethel Waters died on September 1st, 1977, at the age of 80. You all should learn a bit more on Ethel Waters. I say this because not only was she the first female African American in many fields, she lived an interesting life. I chose Ethel Waters due to her contributions to music and the film industry. Ethel did so much yet isn't known as other singers in her time due to her music style. She has left a very impressive imprint in music. I am Nivea Romero, and today I talked about the career of Ethel Waters.
Hello, I'm Mr. Tom Bailey, TV radio broadcast teacher here at Portage Middle School, and I am joined by Mr. Adrian Curry, who came out today to teach some of our students some important cultural things with regard to Black History Month. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Adrian Curry. I'll let you hold it there. My name is Adrian Curry. I'm the CEO of the Art Leadership Center, which is designed to systematically develop Renaissance scholars and artists with a global conscience that embody 5 wells of leadership: well-read, well-spoken, well-dressed, well-traveled, and well-balanced. And we say, welcome to the house.
All right. Well, thank you for coming out today. What exactly did you work with the Portage kids today with?
So I had the opportunity to work with about 20 of Portage of your amazing students, and they were brave enough to isolate themselves with me for about 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half, and we worked on the fundamentals of stepping. And this is an ancient American art form, which is high impact, high dynamic, and all about discipline, focus, and we use it as a tool at the Art Leadership Center to develop Renaissance leaders. And so we had a few of our Renaissance leaders here with us, and they assisted in this endeavor. And so some of those students, those 20 brave heart students, were asked to demonstrate in front of the 8th grade class, and they were very nervous. And so we did it, but we got everyone involved to make it a unifying concept.
Well, it was really awesome. We're going to cut to clips of the presentation that was done. But I also want to say, because you're a Fort Wayne guy, yes, graduated from Southside High School. What's it like coming back and giving back to the community like this?
Well, you want to know what? I've worked in the community since I was 13, 14 years old, teaching dance. And then once I got back from Morehouse College, I started to teach step. And so every Christmas break, every summer break, I would come back and I would teach the art form. And so it's always been about giving back to the community. So I created the Art Leadership Center to do just that, not only to develop Renaissance leaders, but for those Renaissance leaders to go out into the community to make our space more healthy, more clean, and make it a better place ultimately.
Well, we are grateful that you came out, and we're also going to share some of your information in our broadcast, but it was a great performance today. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hello, I'm Mr. Tom Bailey, TV radio broadcast teacher here at Portage Middle School, and I'm joined by a couple of participants in today's presentation. So we'll start with you. What is your first and last name?
My name is Elisha Brown, and I'm a student at the Art Leadership Center.
All right, nice to meet you, Elijah. And you are?
My name is Sabrina Dombrowski, and I'm a student leader at the Art Leadership Center.
All right. So welcome today. So you guys helped out with the presentation. What exactly did you do today? We'll start off with you. And what was it like performing with all these students and with Mr. Curry?
Well, it was great being with the students. They were all very respectful, and we were able to bond with them, but we also were able to teach them some fundamentals of stepping along with holds that can help them in the future just with discipline and focus. And with their performance, I think they did very well. And it was just great seeing them all work together and being able to learn so fast.
Well, they did a nice job because of you guys' instruction. From your perspective, what was it like helping out today?
So what I mainly taught was pumps, and the 4 students I had, Jacob, Kaya, Addie, and Sincere, they all not only bonded with each other, but also bonded with me. And I feel like that was such an enriching experience to get from that, especially because they come from different grade levels. They might not see each other all the time. Not only from this experience do you get friends from different schools, but also maybe friends from your own school.
So it looks like you have a big-time cultural organization here. What's it like, taking on a leadership role like this?
Well, it's not without difficulty, and before you can start leading, you have to know the fundamentals, and you have to do well with discipline and focus, and you have to know the mission, the vision, the purpose, and basically the things that make the Art Leadership Center what it is.
Same for you, same question.
Definitely. There was a lot of times where I had to go inward myself, because to lead other people, you have to first know and lead yourself in like a manner that definitely brings people to follow you. And so just getting to be able to not only connect with people at my school, but also people younger than me, I feel like that's pretty cool.
Well, from my perspective, I saw a lot of those kids, because I know them on a daily basis. You guys had a tangible positive impact because they were so focused and so disciplined. And sometimes, the kids are like this, especially in middle school. So you guys coming out today was a really, really great thing for Portage Middle School, and we appreciate it. Thank you. For more information about the Art Leadership Center in Fort Wayne, simply go to the website here, gomotionapp.com/team/TALC/page/home, and you will come to their website. They also have links to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and there's a lot of other important information that is included on their website. So once again, to have access to the Art Leadership Center and more information, simply go to the website shown on the screen. Thank you.